My name's Crystal Childs, and I had the pleasure of going to Newport in this beautiful Honda Crosstour. It's actually a 2015, I should add. This is Andrew Gold. He's a sales and leasing consultant at Balise Honda. And I just wanted to share with you guys a couple of cool things about this vehicle. First of all, I drove over 300 miles to Newport and back and around the island. I went and saw the mansions. It was awesome, by the way. I went on a full tank of gas, and I just want you to come in here and look and check out how much gas I have left. I don't know, cameraman, if you can see that in there.
Still riding a quarter of a tank.
Quarter of a tank?
That's roughly.
Wow.
Who wants more hairs about it?
Not bad. Check out this trunk space. I had, you know, a lot of luggage when I went to Newport. This thing was like packed. That wasn't an issue, okay? Look at that, even that little compartment. Isn't that cool? I could like hide stuff in there, okay? I won't even get into that though. You know what this reminds me of? Is like, you know, you're a parent, right? You're not into the minivan, not even into the CRV, but you need extra space. This is the Crosstour, okay? You need that extra room. You can get your kids in the back seat, okay? You have all this extra room for like the soccer equipment, the hockey equipment. Andrew, why don't you tell them like all the, you know, the stuff that I don't even know about?
Everything that you were saying and more. It's, you know, it looks a little different than the CRV. Like you said, it's a little cooler than the CRV. It's built on the Accord's body, whereas the CRV is built on the Civic's body. So it is a smoother ride. It's more a sleeker ride. You still have the V6 power in back. You need a little bit of extra get up and go inside the car. And as you saw, the gas mileage really isn't that bad when we get the V6 and the four-wheel drive going.
Lots of pickup on the highway, by the way, with the V6. Very good.
We're talking 278 horsepower. And you saw how versatile the back was too. Did you guys get a chance to fold the seats down?
No, show us how that works.
Check this out. It's as easy as this, and you know, cars, we've come a long way to see, you know, how if we need some extra storage space, we need it now. So you take in simple as 2 fingers, give it a tug.
Oh my gosh.
And the seat just folds down like that.
I never would have figured that out, so thank you for showing me.
There it is. You know, these handles, God, I hope they're not the ejector buttons or anything like that. So.
Very cool. So that's even more space for this. So this one too over here?
That one too. Good. Simple as a 2-finger tug and folds down like that.
So more space for the hockey equipment. Look at that.
So
that's awesome. What about, you could get like a kayak back there. That's
more
awesome.
Storage on the left, the right, jumper cables, you know, the emergency stuff, the first aid kit if you have a family.
Yep. Wow, that is really cool.
This whole thing is reversible too, right?
Oh my gosh. Alright, so like if you ran to Home Depot, right? And you wanted to get like some gallons of paint.
Worried about ripping up your carpet a little bit.
Worried about the carpet. You just reverse it. That's versatile. That's what I'm talking about. This is awesome. This is for like the family that just doesn't want to admit they're like, you know, a family and they just want to be cool, right?
I had one of those this morning actually.
Really?
I don't want a minivan, but I want to fit the whole family of 6 and the in-laws and the groceries in there. It's like, well,
all right.
Let's start
exactly.
with this.
So I was really impressed by the navigation system and all of the fun technology. So why don't you head on in there and check it out.
Navigation systems works just like a Magellan, a Garmin. You got your controls at the bottom right by your shifter, so you don't even have to move your arm too much from a resting position on your armrest. The navigation system itself, we're trying to put it up at road level, so you have to just a quick glance down. We'll show you your navigation. Go over here to menu, and when I'm in navigation mode, you can bring up all the options as far as address book, previous destinations, and everything you'd expect to see inside of a Garmin or a Magellan or a TomTom, but it's housed on your dashboard. Place category, you still got the restaurants, the lodging, gas if you need to find some quick fuel for your car. Also, the screen doubles as an audio system. Everything with its own menus as far as station lists and all that good stuff. Looks like they were jamming out to some hits on the XM radio on the road trip. And they made it back in time, so navigation really helped them out for that. So,
Andrew, let's hear the system. How's the speaker speakers on this thing.
What's your favorite radio station?
Let's go to that XM.
One of my favorites. I'm gonna stop before I start dancing though.
All right.
Every Honda these days, standard backup camera, standard Bluetooth system, door locks, powers, windows.
Awesome.
All standard with it.
All right. Well,
all the hookups for your iPod. You have a couple power seats in there. Heated seats, not this weekend, but.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Andrew, thank you very much for showing me everything that I didn't even know about this. I drove it for the whole weekend, so that's awesome.
We should have given you a crash course before you left.
I know, that probably would have been helpful. All right, so again, my name's Crystal Childs, and you can look forward to more videos like this. If you're interested in learning more about the Honda Crosstour, just go to balisehonda.com.